Okay, and we're live. This is the OSRA Scrum for Thursday, April 2nd, 2015. Here we have Christian and myself. And Christian, do you want to give us an update?
Yeah, not much to add. I added another pull request about the other validation that we extracted.
Mm-hmm.
The date not beyond the 1st of next month, and I had a lot of conflicts after I did the rebase, and I was wondering if sometimes it's easier to just rewrite the code.
Yeah, I've had to do that before.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have too many conflicts, you can try. Actually, I don't even know. You can try cherry picking, but I'm not sure that's going to get you much further.
Yeah, I think it will be the same.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've done that before, where I I had my code open in on GitHub, and I was pasting into my what the text editor window from there. Yeah.
Yeah, what I did initially when I remember I worked on the other validations, and
Mm-hmm.
that was on a branch, and this one I created another branch for this date not beyond 1st of next month, this new validation. I created a new branch on top of the old branch.
Okay.
So uh, my thought was that if I rebase the old branch, this one will come with it, right? Because it's on top of the old branch.
Well, it's on top of the snapshot that you know. It was on top of this branch at the moment that this branch was created.
Yeah.
But if you start doing stuff to the old branch, then the two become desynchronized.
Oh, they do? Oh, yeah, and yeah, you're right, of course. I have to
Hmm.
rebase the new branch on top of the old branch again.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but what I meant is if the old branch I do a rebase on develop,
Hmm.
I thought the new branch will come with it, but it was just dropped on directly on develop.
Is it, well, I'm not quite sure I understand exactly what you mean, but yeah, I think that's, I don't know. That sounds like the behavior that I would expect, more or less.
Yeah, well, I think there is a flag when you do the rebasing to specify bring all the other branches related to this branch with you.
Hmm.
I'm not sure, but
If you find that, please let me know about it because I'm not aware of anything like that.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So what's next for you?
Well, I don't know. I'm working on my portfolio, and I'm building uh, an image gallery. Actually, it's not an image. It's a gallery that has images, has videos, has iframes in it, has everything. So you have a bunch of thumbnails on your page,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when you click on one, um, it's either an image or a video, right? And when you click on the video, the big, I don't know, Vimeo or YouTube
Mm-hmm.
video will start.
Right.
Uh, then if you have, I don't know, an iframe that can contain anything,
Right.
and you click on the thumbnail, and instead of the video, it will have that code that you have in
Yeah.
the.
Mm-hmm. So
So
you're playing with JavaScript, basically, is what you're saying.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So actually, what I find online is there are a bunch of galleries like this that handle images, that handle videos.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to do is I have an array. So I have this plugin that I'm building, and I'm to this plugin I'm giving an array that will contain. Uh, so each thumbnail has an ID, so it will contain the ID of the thumbnail. It will contain the element that will show when it's full screen,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it can be an image, it can be video, it doesn't matter. So it's directly HTML code here.
Yeah.
And the size, yeah, I need the width and the height in the array.
Yeah.
So a bunch of elements like this for each thumbnail. So when I click on one, it will just show the element here on full screen.
Mm-hmm.
So this way I can add to it images, videos, anything I want.
Right. Yeah, you basically just provide um,
Yeah.
those parameters and it correctly parses them.
Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm working on at the moment, and it's going well. The only problem is I'm not very good at following design patterns in JavaScript.
Hmm.
Yeah, because well, I'm having, for example, I have the resize event for the window. When
Yeah.
the window somebody resizes the window, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need all the when it's in full screen, all the go left, go right buttons to reposition.
Right.
Right? So the problem is that okay, I'm having a gallery, but how about if we and so I'm having a gallery, and every time I initialize the gallery, I just add this resize event. But if I have two galleries on a page, how do I stop it to not give another resize event to the window? I didn't find that.
Yeah, this is going beyond my knowledge of JavaScript is very rudimentary.
It's something with jQuery, but I didn't find how to do this.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can do it manually by setting a flag and to say already have a variable that already has an resize event equals true and something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not sure if you're following me.
Well, yeah, I understand the logic. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm completely lost at what the solution could be.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
the yeah.
The async stuff in JavaScript it's very confusing.
Yeah. This is probably not the path that you want to take, but I was actually talking to somebody just earlier today who said that he had he wanted to put an expandable table on a page. So there is, I don't know, let's say, maybe you see the table header, and when you click on the header,
Yeah.
it kind of opens up and shows the whole table.
Uh-huh.
And um, he said that the easiest way he found to do it is in Angular. So he essentially imported the entire framework
Really?
just for the sake of doing that.
But no, I don't. Well, that's like having tabs, right? Like this, you have the header, right? And when you click on something, it just shows the rest of the table, right?
Yeah, basically it moves the rest of the page down and expands the table. And I suppose when you click on the header again, that it collapses the table and brings the page content up.
Uh, I think I saw something like that on how is it called? Bourbon? How did you call that?
Yeah, Bourbon. Hmm. Well, my point wasn't even that. I think that should be doable with jQuery.
Yes, of
Um,
course.
but my point was just, if you're struggling to find a simple solution in JavaScript or jQuery, then it's Bourbon.io. Yeah. Um, then you know, if that guy added uh, the entire Angular framework just to do that, then don't feel too bad about doing the overkill and adding it for something like this.
Hello, guys.
Hey Gabriel,
Hi.
how's it going?
Fine, more or less. Good.
Cool.
Um, do you talk something about the video or something? Impression video?
We haven't done anything about it yet, no.
Ah, okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Christian, is that it for you?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But maybe I suggest if you could find something or show you. I don't know. Um, what do you want to do with the jQuery or the animation or the effects? Do you want to achieve? But maybe yeah, it should be doable with jQuery. But if not, yeah, maybe the other options to import a library. But you can do a lot of things with jQuery. So maybe we can find something on internet that we can use or reuse. So
Yeah, this was for a different project. I'm working on the jQuery stuff.
okay,
So,
okay. Different.
so this is
Uh,
the best gallery that I like. This photo swipe that when you
Mm-hmm.
click on it,
okay.
you see it does this
Right.
animation.
Yeah.
And then you can just use touch to just
Yeah.
swipe, and you can see it loading very fast.
Yeah.
This is very nice.
I'm trying to remember. There was something I used.
Mm,
Lightbox, is that?
Oh yeah, Lightbox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know that? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I've used that before, and it seemed to
like,
be
yeah.
seems to work fairly well too.
But I don't know if Lightbox supports or now supports touch touch movement. I don't know.
Yeah,
Hmm.
maybe the new version because
Uh,
Lightbox I think it's since before HTML5.
Hmm.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's very nice. Photo swap.
Photoshop. Yeah, it's very nice. It's very fast,
Hmm.
and it's also when you're moving from one image to another, it's not showing that loading thing. That's annoying.
I see. But maybe they are just using cache loading something because it's very fast to load the image.
Yeah, I think
Very
it's
smooth. Yeah.
it might look one way on the demo page, but a bit different in real life. But still, yeah, it seems to be working quite well.
Hmm. Unfortunately, this only supports images, so I
Okay.
want to do that I need
Yeah.
all types of
Right.
elements, videos,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right. Um, Gabriel, let's get an update from you.
Well, guys, I have been doing the, made it, doing the change for my pull request. I just, yeah, that's it. I added the change. Do you suggest? Um, and that's it. I'm doing software review, but was just read your conversation. But nothing much left, nothing much else. No. Just on that.
Okay. Gabriel, I see that this pull request needs to be rebased. We can't merge it right now. Your 353, the orphans crud.
is it ready?
Uh,
Is it ready to be merged?
yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if you look if everything ready. Yeah, I don't know. I made the changes you suggest, but I don't know if there's anything else.
Well, the only comments that I see that I've left um, that you've addressed a bunch of stuff that I talked about before, and then there is this conversation about how to test the form, and I see that you two guys disagree with me, so I guess I'm outvoted on that. Yeah, okay, I'll go through the code one more time, but it seems that it's more or less ready. So if you can rebase it, then if it is ready, we'll just merge it right in.
I was planning to just fetch this branch and look over it and start it on my local machine to make sure everything is fine. Because I think this has too many changes and it's
Yeah.
important to work there. So if you
Okay.
want to wait on that,
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
if you have the time, I appreciate it.
yeah.
yeah.
If you can do that, Christian, and then leave a comment, saying
Yeah,
that everything is good, then
I will.
okay,
Would
cool.
be nice.
But that will be only on weekend.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
worry. Don't worry.
Okay. So my update is what I delivered the 2 stories that we had finished to the client. One was the validation of start dates not coming before OSRA establishment date. That was Christian's story, and then second one was this fix for father alive, father deceased. So those are now on staging, and they're looking at it. I haven't heard anything from them. I sent it to them on Tuesday night, I think, so they've had it for 2 days now. But yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. I've been, oh yeah, so I submitted a new pull request for the display of sponsorship totals, and I saw it was Gabriella was, oh no, that was Christian's comment here about helper files. I read up on it a bit. So active admin, ideally, I guess it assumes that it's the only thing in your application that's generating controllers and views. And so it has its own module for view helpers. But what you can do is in that module, you can say include the main application helper module.
Yes.
And that allows you to just define one helper and then reuse it everywhere. So I'll do that to get rid of this extra code in the admin file. And this comment here, I'll write a response for it here on GitHub, but basically it's interesting that this discussion has come up now because I was doing I'm still doing, on Thoughtbot Upcase, there is a set of tutorials about using mocks, stubs, and fakes in tests. And basically, when you do an expect, that's a mock, and the unfortunate thing about it is that it's both a setup step and a validation step or verification step.
Yes.
So, it's ideally like this bunch of code is your setup, then this is exercise, and this is test, but instead you end up with kind of setup and test.
Yes.
So yeah, there are different ways of handling this. One would be spies. So basically what I have here, allow statements up here, and then expect statements down here. So allow view to receive and return, and then here you would say expect view to have received this. So that's one option, but that obviously makes the test longer. So I'll have a look at it and I'll decide which way to go.
I would like to add the expect there because it's not the order of the thing. It's not right.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of confusing that you're setting up and verifying at the same time, and then you exercise and then you verify again.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. The other thing that I'm not sure about is whether it's actually how I feel about using expect at all, because this would be using expect. This would be testing the implementation, right?
Yeah.
Whereas this expect, this only test that I have in here now, this is testing the outcome.
But you can refactor the method, and if you don't have expect there, the test will pass and the method will do the wrong thing, right?
Well, if you say expect, I mean, if you use expect, the only thing that you're testing is that the method got called. But if you've changed the method and the method is broken, then this test still will not catch it. Because
but you can, I don't know, comment that calling to the method out by mistake, and then you run the test and all good. Just an example, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, that you, well, if you, well, I mean, maybe that's not true, because if you comment the call to this method out in the view, then this won't happen, right? Because you're allowing the view to do this, but
yes, it won't happen.
But if the method doesn't actually get called, and then this return of 3 doesn't happen. So this test will fail still if the method doesn't get called.
There's 3 in the text. Right?
So yeah, give me a bit of time to think about this. I'm kind of leaning towards, maybe I would argue that allow is okay here, but I'll think about it some more, and then I'll respond here on GitHub, and if you guys have other thoughts about it, then please write them down. And again, if I get outvoted, then so be it. And that's it. So the one thing that I want to discuss is what to do with the client, because we talked about having a client meeting, telling them that we will be unavailable to work on new features for a while. And that's, I think that's a good plan, except for I would like to know what we're going to tell them, as far as what kind of a time frame to tell them that we're going to be unavailable. Because what we need to do, I think, is we need to consider everything that we need to implement for Rails.
Yeah.
So we've transitioned most of our models to Rails. That's fine. We still have admin user, and we'll have to implement the authentication for that,
Yeah.
which we haven't done yet. Then there are filters,
Yeah.
which we haven't done anything with. There is sorting in the views, so when you click on the column title, it sorts by that column.
Oh, right.
We haven't done anything with that.
Yeah.
And then the views and the layouts need to be cleaned up at least a little bit, because we're using Bootstrap, but we're not really doing that much with it at the moment.
Oh yeah, we decided to leave the CSS to the left.
Yeah. So when I list it like that, it sounds like that there is still a fair bit of work to do. What do you guys think would be a realistic time to tell the client to wait? It's like, at the pace that we're going, it sounds to me that we're talking about a month at least.
At least, yeah.
So, I mean, we would clearly tell them that we're still available for, bug fixes or any kind of small tweaks that they need to be done, just no new features. Maybe this is something that we can, I'll send them a message, and so first of all, let's set up a client meeting for Sunday night, right?
Sunday night, yeah, okay, sure.
Okay, and when I write it to them on Google+, I will describe to them, at least briefly, the situation, so that they can think whether they're okay or not with us being unavailable. And then we can discuss it on Sunday.
Okay.
All right.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. What about your availability, guys, over the next, let's say if it is a month? Christian, Gabrielle, are you planning to be as available as you have been? Less, more?
From 10th until 17th, from 11th until 18th, I will be away
Okay.
for a week. So
Yeah.
my Easter is on 12th, I think.
Okay.
Because I'm Orthodox,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
and 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 also this weekend, since my mother is Catholic, I'm also celebrating the Catholic Easter.
Okay.
So this
So.
weekend I'll be away, but I can do the meeting on Sunday.
Okay. Well, if it's not a convenient time, we can try something different too.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's late. It's okay.
Okay. Gabrielle, what about you?
I will be available, but I am not sure about Sunday or this Sunday
Mm-hmm.
because I probably have something to do. But the next day I probably will be available. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know the client meetings on Sunday and Saturday are difficult to me. So
Yeah.
if you put some information about on Slack forum, I can check it. But the access or being in the meeting is probably difficult to me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm more thinking about in terms of how much time we'll be able to dedicate to development. So if we tell
How
the
about you?
client, myself, yeah, kind of unpredictable to be honest with you. So uh, I have my main job. I have a small freelance thing that I'm doing right now, and I talked. I might be starting another freelance project in the near future.
Oh
Although,
no, we're losing you.
Yeah.
well, I'll never disappear. Um, but well, I'm not certain about that second one yet, so I can't say anything one way or the other. Um, I would say about the same as it is at present. So overall, not that much time.
That's not
So
looking good if we want to push with Rails for a month.
no,
Maybe let's just tell the clients until the middle of May,
hmm,
because it's the holidays and
yeah.
just
Well, you
the
know what we can do is we can ask them something like, we can describe the situation and then ask them how long are they okay to live without us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, because the new features that are sitting in the pipeline are they're basically to do with uploading pictures and documents, and I think they were pretty excited about that, from what I understood. And then these orphan card displays as well. This is something that I understood
yeah.
they're looking forward to for themselves and to share with their sponsors. So they might be, let's say, disappointed if we disappear for a long time.
Well, let's hope they will like the new interface.
Yeah, actually, that was another thing that occurred to me, is that we never presented the new interface to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a possibility that they'll look at it and say that they hate it and they want the current one to stay.
Yeah. Maybe they
So
hate active admin also.
yeah,
That's
so it's
the worst case.
yeah. So we actually, that's another thing that we should do as soon as possible, so that at least we have some feedback from them about what they think about it. Okay, so I'll write a message to them. I'll describe the situation briefly and ask that question, and then schedule the meeting for Sunday evening, and we'll talk to them about it in person.
Mhm.
Okay.
I just noticed that this request fulfilled with the number of fulfilled sponsorships.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't implemented here in Rails.
It. Wait. I did something with it.
This is the testing server.
Wait. Is that something that I... yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I realized that I had done it in AA only. And after I did, I actually put that task back into to-do and created another subtask for the HQ namespace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I can't remember. It's possible that that code is even written. I just haven't submitted a pull request because we're over the limit already.
Yeah, I think we should increase that max to 4.
Well, or maybe we should review our pull requests quicker. Or that, yeah.
But when we had only here in the task, when we had before I added this
Mm-hmm.
task, it was 1. This one is 2, right? All of them is considered a single one.
You should refresh your board, Christian, because I updated it today. Just do a refresh on this page.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, okay. Because yeah, I realized that this is the problem, is that there is no perfect correlation between... So yeah, you see it says only 4 tasks right now in code review. That's the top of the column.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. It used to say...
When I had this here. Huh. Okay,
Yeah.
it worked. It was red when it was only...
Yeah, so what I changed, and I kept tweaking it basically since the beginning, is whether or not it counts subtasks as towards the limit. And the problem is that sometimes we have a separate pull request for a subtask, and sometimes we don't. You know, so for example, for my OSRA 397 and for Gabrielle's OSRA 378, there is only a single pull request.
Yes.
Even though there are 2 subtasks and whatever, 4 here, but sometimes we have multiple pull requests for a single task.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no way to, you know, always keep Jira in sync with GitHub, but this is about as close, I think, as we can get.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's working well.
Yeah. Well, you know, we can keep tweaking this stuff too. Okay, guys. So we were planning to do the video tonight.
Yep.
How is everybody feeling about that?
I'm feeling Tuesday, sorry.
You're feeling what? Sorry.
I am feeling next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, yeah. I think I'm feeling the same. What about you, Gabriele? You?
Yeah, that was unexpected, to be honest, for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Thursday is gonna be nice.
Okay. All right. Let's postpone it again.
Okay. Still trying to make a list of what we'll talk about.
Yeah, I have to say I haven't really had a chance to think about it in any kind of detail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, guys. If there is nothing else, Christian, I'll see you definitely on Sunday night. Gabrielle, if you can't make it, then I will share the details of the meeting on Confluence and on Slack, probably.
Okay.
So you'll see what we talked about, and of course there will be the recording of the meeting too if you want to watch it. But basically, yeah, the main points from it, I'll make them available as quickly as I can, so everybody's on the same page.
Okay. Cool.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend.
Happy Easter to everybody.
Thank you. Likewise to you. Be productive, but don't forget to rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.